Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the first video of Thursday. Weirdly being recorded on Wednesday, and the reason is that I just had to shift a lot of the schedule. Yeah, like have a look back on the channel. We've got so many guides, side quest guides, two side quest guide videos in amongst a lot of the stuff that kind of dropped yesterday. It's annoying. You might be thinking, oh, you relish on covering this stuff. Not particularly, because I really was looking forward to like producing guides, getting involved with some of the event quests, side quest stuff, and kind of like starting the grind with things. Maybe even get some time to do a live stream. But then the game went kind of ape scat, and we had, in the space of a day, like people don't really realize the extent of problems happening one day. This is obviously the video we're talking about, the arena situation. But it just, a case it like went all downhill from there. Well, like one of the first things was like, as soon as I was at work, and then like lunchtime, I got all these kind of like pings of stuff going wrong with the quest. It was like midday, I was getting messages from people, you know, saying that the arena bug isn't just affecting sigil holders. It's now I'm now not a sigil holder, and it's happening to me. So, yeah, that's kind of like where we're up to with this. It looked like for whatever reason, I don't know if Kabam tried to fix this, but what they had to do is make sure that it affected everybody so they can fix it for everybody. Break it so they could fix it. Some people do that, like that, in order to kind of like go for a string of code, whatever it is, they have to break the entirety. So it's not part of the code that's broken. It's like, look, we got to start from the scratch, the surface, and we've got to rebuild from there. Not saying it is or isn't. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But it was an interesting way that Kabam kind of went about this. But it's just annoying. We come into a very scuffy 24 to 48 hours, and it's weird that obviously not a lot of people, those people that are non-sigil members or players, have now kind of being bitten by the bug. It was very weird as well, and I thought this is important to mention for our videos because things started spilling over. Because Kabam, the way that they attacked out at dealing with the exploits, meant that situations around dealing with this maybe went on the back burner, but there's a bit more to this that meets the eye. There's a lot more to the story. Honestly, like, I've got to go to bed in a minute. Like, it's just like, it's crazy because I'm recording this kind of close to 11 PM. So I want to make sure that, you know, I get an early night because there's a lot more. I said I want to get involved with making guides. I made 2 guides yesterday. I want to make some more guides. But people are losing streaks. If you're going for a champion at the moment, this causes a problem, because if you're going for a streaking game, you're unable to do it because you keep on losing your streak every time you go into this situation. Also, I've seen some people kind of mentioning about Kabam Jackson a few things. Do bear in mind, he's on holiday at the moment. He's on a break. And this maybe kind of like goes to show you, sometimes I don't think people properly pay attention to some of the videos I post when I talk about the MCN. I will do the MCNs. But one thing I have mentioned is that I don't think Kabam exhibits with the company anymore. So this means that there's not many people that are able to monitor a lot of stuff. And that can cause an issue, because then, you know, you could say, like, how quick are we off the draw with kind of getting information shipped from one place to the other, or monitored and stuff like that. I don't know how the other mods kind of like this Kabam Zanzibar or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know. But it's annoying. The situation, as a lot of you know, it wasn't just about the summon the sigil. It expanded, of course it did. I don't know when this all happened and how this all was kind of like, you know, came to some sort of like head with it. Because this seemed like early on Wednesday morning for me UK time. I don't know what it is like, mid-afternoon, morning for people in Asian countries, maybe India. You were kind of like, you know, just waking up and finding some stuff not going right, which, you know, in US and Canada might have been later at night or going into the evening. But yeah, like, it just seemed to happen around the 12th, I want to say 12th of July. But I don't know, like somebody was saying here, like 5 AM, like, there seems to be a bit of a discrepancy here with stuff. See above, had to reset, I have removed the Extreme Express mode. I still have to reset to lose champion streak each time I go back to the arena. Very disappointing. Already lost my streak. Don't even pay for the sigil. Is affecting free to play. So I guess with a lot of people, it just started like, you know, just exploding from there when it comes to like an issue. This is actually a latest response. Like this, I'm getting to this now at like 10:30 p.m. Sorry for the late response. I want to thank everybody that's been patient as we work to address this, and not thank the guy above that seems to think he knows how everything works while also actively lying about his activity and experience with the game while also being a jerk to others. I love that. That's funny. That's funny as anything. With it, look, I appreciate it. It's embarrassing. The thing is, it's embarrassing for a company perspective, game perspective. It's embarrassing, right? But it happens. I think a lot of you know that. If you've been playing the game, like water is wet. You know, this has happened for a long time, and I think it will still kind of like keep happening in the future. There's so many moving parts when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions, and there must be a lot of, when I say moving parts, I mean code, I mean, you know, complexities. I mean, look at this, putting in something like the mythic shards. If one person at Kabam makes a mistake, and I'm talking a tiny mistake that, you know, might somewhat be considered a tiny mistake, it's just ruined the game economy, and that's why Kabam have to claw it back. This is what I'm talking about, lots of moving parts. The more complex you make a game, the worse it comes to manage. So I'm sure some people in the games industry will disagree with that one, but I'm sure there's some people in the games industry that will agree with that. And it definitely is shown here, so that's self-evident. We're working on HotFix to address the issue. This means that it might take a little while, but we hope to have it as early as possible next week. So that's next week for that. The interesting side of things is we are looking for compensation, but we will at least be extending everybody's sigil subscriptions to make up for the lost time. Other areas are being explored. I think this would be a good... there was a point I needed to kind of talk about in a minute. I'll go to this. There's a point. There's something that I think would be a very good thing for Kabam to add in, and that is this arena here. If I can get it on screen without triggering my own video and getting me in trouble. This arena right on screen now. So this arena here, the Scarlet Witch Sigil Arena. Does anybody remember this arena coming back? Like this arena here. This would be ideal compensation to the player base, where if you had the ability to get a Summoner Sigil, you know, it's for free. You could get 2 sigils. I think this would be good. I think this would be nice. It would give free-to-play the opportunity to play Arena Express mode. It would give more of a interest to free-to-play. You know, it may even turn some free-to-play to spend on a Summoner Sigil. Not saying it will, I'm not saying it won't, but what I'm saying is a nice compensation. Give the Scarlet Witch Sigil Arena. Players who like Arena can go and grind. You know, 3 different arenas, lots of units on offer. Give something intention to go and grind. Get the Summoner Sigil for free for a lot of players. Also handy for those that are paying Sigil members, because then they get, you know, maybe 2 months for free based on 2 rotations. And yeah, I think that would be good. Again, I'm sure people disagree. You're fine to have your own opinion and disagree. Put it in the comment section. But I think this might be a nice little kind of suitable thing right here. Make sure we have 3 arenas on. Summoner Sigil Arena. Happy days. People get an opportunity to get Sigil Witch. I think everybody comes out of this happy. Unless Kabam have something up their sleeve of a compensation, that is going to be really nice. There will be a large length of time with you without the access to the Express Arena mode. There is going to be streaks lost because things are going to be scuffy. Of course there is. It is indeed how Kabam choose to deal with this that is largely important. But it's interesting to note that, you know, they are kind of going towards a compensation for this. I can't remember what I was going to say. It was a really good point, but I've lost it. Yeah, I guess that's really it. I mean, yeah, it's really scuffy. I mean, look at the amount that they've had to take away from the exploit with the Mythic Crystals. The amount of 7-star shards being given out. It just ruins the game economy. Maybe I was going to have a point about game economy. Game economy was ruined in the space of, what, an hour? like they had to deal with that because it was just going to be a case of people were picking up 7-star shards. I saw somebody with like 40,000 7-star shards. Like, come on. Like, the amount of work I've had to do with that to get where I have. And same thing with you as well, watching this video. Yeah, it's crazy. In any case, that has been a video. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. We've got so many decent kind of like guides and fun videos, cheese options for stuff. It's going to be a really kind of good time for the next couple of weeks, and we'll cover some of these stories as and when they break. But there's a little update for you in this particular arena. A situation is that HotFix next week, compensation on the way, extending everybody's sigil subscriptions. That's the answer so far. Check out some other content located on screen, and I'll see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.